Hello, welcome. It's good to come your way again. Today, I want us to put our mind around something. You see, one of the greatest deceptions that we've been made to have or believe in is the fact that there is more time. There is no time. So, whatever you have to do, people who think that there is time suddenly achieve greatness. Think there's more time. People are waiting for. Please, there's no time. I need you to put your mind around that. There is no time. Whatever you have to do, I mean, why would you say there is time if you don't even know when you are leaving this earth? If you don't know what tomorrow brings, why would you say that? Upon what basis are you basing on? Or upon what are you basing on to say there is time? Listen, if you must marry, today I want to single just marriage. Well, nobody can use marriage as a yardstick for measuring success. Marriage cannot be a yardstick for measuring how successful somebody is or not. It can never be. But if you have to consider it, the earlier you do, the better. The earlier, the better. There are a lot of ladies, especially when they are growing up from 22, 23. If somebody even want to ask them their hands in marriage, they feel that, oh, they have more time. Let me have fun and all that. My sister, you don't have a lot of time. So unfortunately, some of them will waste their time, do all sort of things. Meanwhile, they have in mind, even though marriage is not a yardstick for measuring success, they have in mind that this is something that they may want to get in. Why don't you do it early? If the opportunity is there, 24, 25, why do you still think that, well, you have to wait until you are 30, 31, 32? Why do you think so? Because at the end of the day, if you think marriage is important to you, you are entering in there to start a family. Why don't you start it early? Because you don't know the time that you have. So if you think that this is something you may want to consider and the opportunity is there as a man, why do you think that you have to just be around, hang around and have fun, so to speak, to a certain level before you marry? When indeed it is something that you want to consider. Think about it. If you have to work for 60 years, okay, for 60 years and go on retirement, as it happens in Ghana, it means that if you marry at the age of 30, you have to work productively for 30 years and go on retirement. And as you marry and you want to have a family, you want to have some children and all that, you have to take care of them. So if you marry at the age of, let's say, 35, you have 25 years to go on retirement. And you have to give birth. Maybe you have to give birth to two children or 3 children. So you marry at the age of 35 and you give birth at the age of 36. It means that by the time you're on retirement, your firstborn is 24 years. 24 years. So let's say you give birth to 3. If your firstborn is 24 years and your secondborn is 21, let's say 3 years intervals, and then your thirdborn, let's say 18 years. So as at the time you are going on retirement, so if you give birth to more, you can be doing that calculation. As at the time you are going on retirement, your last born, if you gave birth to 3, would be maybe around 17. If you 4, around 15. At the age of 15, that boy or girl is likely to be in SHS. How do you take care of the university education of that child? You see? But if you have the means and you married at the age of, let's say, 25 or 26, look at the time you have to work productively and give them a good life. So don't just think about the excitement. Don't just think about you. If you have to bring you don't somebody say that, well, my firstborn should work and take care. Yeah, it's not the responsibility of your firstborn to take care of your children, your lastborn. It's not their responsibility, it's your responsibility. So if you are planning, do plan well. You give birth at the time that you are supposed to give, at the time you have the strength. Don't give birth and make your child somebody's responsibility. Your child is nobody's responsibility. It is your responsibility. As you bring them to the earth, it is your responsibility to put them somewhere better. So never think you have the time, luxury of time. And ladies, please hear me out. As you grow, at the age of 35, if you have not given birth, science will tell you, medics will tell you, you giving the complications of giving birth become higher when you are so grown and you've never given birth. There are a lot of complications. So if you have to do it fast, do it on time. Nobody is saying that marriage is something so important. It may not be that important, but if you think it's important to you, you venture into it and venture into it at a good time. So you can have enough time to plan and work it to make it more productive. We'll end here. We'll have a lot of time to share on some of these things in the next episodes of our videos. Pass on bonne journée. À plus tard, à tout à l'heure. See you. Au revoir.